this committee, and I believe they'll do a good job. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, allow me to second them. I second this.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that pursuant to Standing Orders number 19.2D and 199, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in the Procedure and Rules Committee, in addition to senators specified in Standing Order 191, 2, A, B, and C. 1, Senator Sheikh Mohammed Abbas, Senator Joseph Ngugi, Senator Beth Karunda Siengo. If that is the mood of the House, then I proceed and put the question that pursuant to Standing Orders number 191, 2, D and 199, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in the Procedure and Rules Committee, in addition to senators specified in Standing Order 191, 2, A, B, and C. Senator Sheikh Abbas, Abbas, Senator Joseph Ngugi, Senator Beth Karunda Siengo. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, motion, approval of senators to serve in the Powers and Privileges Committee.
Majority Linda.
Mr. Speaker, you know, drought is a very serious issue that's ravaging across the country. And Senator Wambua, Senator Ledama Olekina, and so many senators here are interested and want to speak about this particular matter. So when you see me want to move business, I want us to conclude by 5 o'clock, or is it 5:30 that you approved? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Pursuant to Standing Order number 15.1, no, pursuant to section actually 15.1B and 2 of the Parliamentary Powers and Privilege Act and Standing Order number 199, the Senate approves the following senators to be senators nominated by Senate Business Committee to serve in the Committee on Powers and Privilege, in addition to the Speaker of the Senate, who pursuant to section 15.1B and Roman 1 as well of the Parliamentary Powers and Privilege Act shall be the chairperson of the committee. Number 1, Senator Alexander Munyi Mundigi. 2, Senator Wamatinga Wahome. 3, Senator Rosalinda Soipan Tuya. 4, Senator Miraj Abdullahi Abdul Rahman. 5, Senator James Lomonen. 6, Senator Shakila Abdallah. You know, Mr. Speaker, this is a very important committee, and colleague senators need to pay close attention to this one, because this committee can decide your fate in so many ways. That's why we have tried to take in people of very humble character, people who are fair and just, at least in the last few days of our interaction, for those that are new to us, people who, if as fate will have it, were to decide the fate of our colleague senators to either remain or leave this house, at least it'd be fair to them. These are very, members need to read the Parliamentary Powers and Privilege Act, an act, Mr. Speaker, though, which in my opinion actually is up for amendment. There are many privileges that we continue to deny ourselves despite being members of Parliament. There are many things that as members of Parliament we can be enjoying out there, but because we passed a law here in hurried manner and didn't take a lot of consideration of whatever is proposed there, we have actually found ourselves that as senators, we are in very difficult situations. I'd wish actually to challenge colleague senators that those who are quick at this, especially those who are younger, you know, and are enthusiastic about what it means to be a member of Parliament and what needs to be done, to study this particular Act of Parliament and see how can we make our work more effective, the Parliamentary Powers and Privilege Act. Finally, Mr. Speaker, is a proposal that I have seen before, not in this House, but in the National Assembly, and I think I agree with the ruling. You remember, Mr. Speaker, towards the end of last Parliament, I think there was a disagreement in the National Assembly, and a report was brought to the House of a member whose conduct was found to be disorderly, but the House did not agree with the findings of the the said committee. And it puts you, Mr. Speaker, in a very embarrassing situation where you, on the chair of the House, you went and chaired the Parliamentary Powers and Privilege Committee, and your report is rejected by your House. You know, it's not fair, Mr. Speaker. And I think part of what we may want to amend is actually the chairmanship of this committee. I believe it is better chaired by a member of the House other than involving the Speaker in such disputes. Anyway, Mr. Speaker, that's a conversation that we need to have. In the same skill and speed, I want us to conclude and dispense of this matter, just like we've done the other three. Then we can reserve our comments overally on the placement of colleague senators in the various committee in the motion that, subsequent motion that shall be coming up, Mr. Speaker. I want to request the Leader of Minority to second this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader of the Minority Party, Senator Stewart Mazayo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first and foremost, I would like to second this motion in the sense that the persons named herein, the 6 people who will be sitting on this committee of powers and privileges, I think they are people who are capable of handling this docket. In my humble view, all these ones who have been put on this list have been done after considerations by both sides of the divide. It's in this regard that I believe on our side we have nominated the 3, and on the other side they have nominated 4, or they have nominated 4, we have nominated 2, and I do believe that they will do a good job. I'm confident that they will stand firm in their undertaking. I second.
Honorable